Sup everybody, Smokin Plantaz. Make a cooking video. We're gonna cook pork spare ribs birria. Okay, and this is what we're using: cilantro, cabbage, garlic, ginger, dried chilies, tomatoes, tomatillos, lime, and spare ribs. Okay, now that we've diced all the tomatoes, the tomatillos, the cabbage, some garlic, and the chili, dried chilies, we're gonna add some spices to it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna add whole cumin, whole coriander, onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, seasoned salt, and ground cumin, and black pepper. We're also gonna add soy sauce. Instead of salt, we're gonna be using soy sauce. Okay. Okay, now that we put our stuff in our spices and seasonings, now we're gonna add Guinness as a liquid to cook it down. So we're gonna cook down these vegetables until they break down. We're gonna boil them all the way down until they break down like sauce. And now we're gonna add water to it also. More water. We're gonna cover it up until it gets covered kind of like the vegetables and stuff. That should be good for right there. Now we're gonna break down our spare rib into pieces and we're gonna boil this down in a separate pot, okay? And now that we got the spare ribs broken down, we're gonna add the liquids. We're gonna add some Guinness. We're gonna add a Coca-Cola. We're gonna add some vinegar. We're gonna add some water. We're gonna cover this up with water and then start boiling it down until it falls apart. While that boils down and it breaks down so that we can blend it up. We're also gonna add some soy sauce. And we're also gonna add ground cumin, garlic powder, chili powder, onion powder, seasoned salt, and pepper. Okay, now that it's the birria has been cooking for a while, I'm going to go grab some fresh onions, green onions from the garden, and some fresh oregano. And we're gonna throw it in there. I already put the green onions in there and the oregano, and we're just gonna let it cook down some more while the spare ribs are cooking down too. Okay, now that it's been cooking for a while, this is how you want it to look. And now we're gonna put this in the blender and liquefy it and mix it in there with the spare ribs, okay? Okay, now we're gonna blend it up. Okay, and then we're gonna do a second batch and we're gonna add the fresh cilantro and fresh ginger to it on the second batch and fresh green onions. Okay, now we're gonna dump the birria into the pork spare rib. Now we're gonna do our second batch of birria. To our second batch of birria, we're gonna add ginger and fresh cilantro. So we're gonna peel the ginger and then put it in the blender with the rest of the birria sauce. Okay. Cilantro. Okay, now we're gonna put our ginger root in the birria sauce. Now we're gonna blend it, and we're also gonna add green onions. Okay. Okay, now that our second batch of birria sauce is done, we're gonna dump it in. Now Now that we've added our second batch of birria sauce, we're gonna add some corn to the stock. Okay, and we're gonna add the rest of this garlic, not garlic, the chili paste, the Asian flavor kind. But you can get the garlic one or this one to give it some heat. All right, just like that. Okay, now that our birria spare ribs have been cooking for a while, and they're just falling apart now. Okay? We're gonna make our soup, okay, and we're gonna top it off with some cilantro, some cabbage, some queso fresco, and some avocados, and some limes, and some rice. Rice, spare rib, broth, cabbage, cilantro, avocado, Mexican cheese, lime, tortillas, pork spare rib, birria soup.